What's good, guys? I'm John the Chief, and for this video, it's gonna be a super easy guide to getting settler reputation in Fallout 76. This is sacrificing all your raider reputation in order to max out settlers. Basically the complete opposite of my raider guide, but you guys loved it so much and asked me to make a settler version of it. So here it is. I gathered all the ways that I actually get settler reputation. Unfortunately though, I actually mostly focus on raider reputation, so on all my characters I'm only at friendly. I was much more interested in getting the Gauss minigun than the Gauss shotgun, which a video on that is coming out soon, but this is all going to be on the settler reputation guide. So it's going to be covering all the dailies and also my strategies for encounters. I'm going to go very in-depth on what I do for it in order to maximize my encounter reputation, because that is the only real way to farm settler reputation really fast. It has the least amount of dailies that help it out, and also it has no Ohio River adventure or anything of that sorts, so it's a lot harder to level up settler reputation. But I think I kind of maximize the amount of rep that I could get from encounters, and this is my little strategy. So let's start off with the dailies. It's going to be, first off, at the crater. Roxy will give you the quest, Retirement Plan. That quest can actually be turned in for both settler and raider reputation. The way you do that is that when you meet the former raider, you're going to use Charisma 6 to convince him to go to Foundation. Once you do that, boom, you're going to get some settler reputation. After that though, you're going to have to turn it in to Roxy and she'll give you some raider reputation, but you're still getting settler reputation out of it. You cannot get any reputation out of importance of communication. There's no way that I figured out how. I'm a little bit sad about it, but that's the way it is. That is 100% for the raiders. Then, the next quest is Photo Opportunity. You're going to have to go to the Overseer's home and talk to Davenport. Now, he's going to give you two options. You're going to pick the crater. Once you take the pictures of the crater, you're going to go and turn them into Ward. But one thing I like to do when trying to save time is that before I actually go to Ward to turn in the pictures to him, I also go to Ward beforehand in order to get his quest, so that way I can turn in both quests at one time to Ward. So I'm gonna go and do Vital Equipment first, where I go to Ward at the Foundation, and I'm gonna go grab the medical supplies that he requires, return to him, and then I'll submit both the pictures and the equipment back to him and complete the settler reputation for both Photo Opportunity and Vital Equipment, and this actually gives you a ton of reputation. For both of the responses, when you turn them in, I recommend saying that you're donating the reward. That has always given me extra reputation, so that is my go-to. I recommend doing that, guys. It'll boost up your settler reputation the fastest. That has always worked for me, and it should be working for you too. Then, that is gonna be all the dailies. That's it. That's all you can get. It's very little, the amount that you can get through the dailies. But what I've noticed in my very, very long time doing the encounters in order to get maximizing raider reputation, the encounters actually spawn more often as settlers than raiders. You're gonna find them a lot more. So it's a lot faster doing it that way. Now, for how the encounters work is that you can have a chance of spawning the encounter as settlers or raiders or both at any assault locations on the map. When you encounter any of these locations, you're gonna go and spawn kill whatever creature or robot that they are fighting, and then you're gonna go talk to the settler and try and get some reputation from him as soon as you cleared it. Spawn killing and memorizing the spawns is really helpful because it saves you a lot of time when doing these runs. After I memorized all the spawn points, it was taking me like 5 minutes a lap around the entire map. So, in addition, when you encounter both the settlers and the raiders, you're going to want to kill all the raiders, take their loot, and then talk to the settlers, and they'll give you some extra reputation for helping them out and protecting them against the raiders. Since this is a settler guide, it is not necessary to help out the raiders at all. since I have maxed out reputation for the raiders currently, I'm not gonna be helping out the raiders at all. As soon as I see it's a raider location, I'm gonna be fast traveling to the next one. So let's get right into exactly my strategy. I'm gonna go through the locations that I found the easiest to actually get to, and also what I've done in order to actually go through the route the fastest. In addition, I actually plant my survival tent at one of these locations because it makes it a lot faster in the route that I take. And also, I use Travel Agent to reduce the amount of caps that I spend while traveling, because you're going to be burning through thousands of caps doing this. I probably spent at least 10,000 caps just traveling around the map in a circle numerous times. So it's going to be really expensive. I'm going to try to do a video to maximize the amount of caps you can earn, because there are some tricks to get extra caps a day, and also what's the easiest things to sell in order to make the most amount of caps. So I'm going to do a video on that soon. I'm working on it. It's a little bit hard, but I'm trying to figure out all the little tricks to this. Now, in addition, you're going to want some high perception gear. I recommend using Unyielding. The reason for this is that on your compass, you can actually see the white circles on your compass, and it's going to tell you that there is a NPC there. The good thing about that is that if you don't see any of those white circles, you know that it's a dead location, fast travel immediately to the next one. But if you have a super low perception, you won't see them until you're right next to them. But if you have maxed out Unyielding gear, where you are having like an extra 15 perception, you can see them from a really far distance, and that does shorten all the traveling that you have to do, because you don't need to get right next to the location. Odds are you can spawn right there, just look in the direction, don't see a white circle, fast travel. You can be going around the map every like 5 to 7 minutes easily, where most of the time you're spending is gonna be on the loading screen. That's how it's working. So make sure you also have like a TV show that you're watching. I went through like every season of Gotham through this. But what you're going to want to do is start off at Scenic Overlook. It's in the south end of Savage Divide. You're just going to head south. If you don't see any white circles, boom, you're fast traveling. This is where I plant my survival tent, because there's a location right here. It's a little annoying to get to, but it's also really close to all the other locations that I really like. So I usually put it right here. Just go over there, kill all the enemies. If you don't have a survival tent, just skip this location. Next one, we're going to be going to the Freak Show. Once you're there, you're going to head south. Once you see that there are no white circles and you see any other type of enemy there, super mutants, scorched, fast travel, you're going next to the NAR repair yard. Instantly, if you do not see any NPCs there, fast travel. You are right at the encounter location, no point in dilly-dallying. Then you're going to Blake's Offering. Look west on the road, you're gonna see if the NPCs are there. It's right next to you, so you should have no problem. But I recommend turning around a little bit more, because you can find an easy 1-star legendary sheep squatch if you're trying to get some extra legendary script. This is a place where I quite frequently found legendaries, so always check out what enemies are fighting there. Then go to Braxton's Quality Medical Supplies. Again, no white circles, just look over there towards the actual location, and you'll see if there's anybody there. Instantly, fast travel. Next one, Excelsior Model Home. Again, same deal. All these locations were specifically picked because as soon as I land there, I can instantly tell when to fast travel, so I don't waste any time at all. Now, with that one, fast travel. Next one, Hopewell Cave. You're gonna head south along this road. This one actually had a lot of encounters for me. It was really common, so that's why I usually go to this one a lot. After that, travel to Geringer Farm. It should be right there. Don't see any white circles. Boom, fast travel to the next one, which is gonna be Becker Farm. You're gonna head north, so you gotta turn a little bit. As soon as you see no white circles, they should be right outside the house. Fast travel to the next location, which is gonna be Marigold Pavilion, where you're actually looking right at the location, and again, same thing, no white circles. We're gonna be fast traveling immediately to Slocum Joe's. This is actually have been the most common area to find settlers. All these areas that I'm listing right now, which are in the forest location, they have mostly been settlers for me. It hasn't been raider that often. It's been around 3/4 of the time settlers, 1/4 raider. So if you really are trying to maximize settler reputation, focus on the locations in the forest, because that has always been the best for me. Now, for the next one, Vault Tech Agricultural Research Center, you're going to just go traveling west along the hill. The reason why I go along the hill is because I want to be out of distance of all the enemies that are actually fighting over there, which there's always enemies fighting there, so that way I can fast travel faster. And if I don't see any white circles over to the south, then I know I can immediately fast travel, because if I actually went inside the area in order to actually see if there were any NPCs, I would have to fight all the robots before I fast travel, and that really slows down the tempo, which we're trying to get through this as fast as possible. We don't want to waste time. We're here to get the Gauss shotgun, right guys? So, next one, top of the world, you're just going to be traveling along the hill, and it's a little bit out of reach, but this is more in order to like develop some extra time, because you actually do need to wait around 5 to 10 minutes between each assault location respawn. So you're trying to like make sure that there are some locations in this route that are a little bit more annoying to get to, but it'll give you some time, so that way with the loading screens and actual killing some enemies and the little bit of walking, it'll be 5 to 10 minutes before you get all the way back to the starting point, which was Scenic Overlook. Top of the world, once that's done, the last place, and this place has actually been the most common area for me in order to find encounters. It's been over 50% of the time for me. It's crazy high, but it's safe and clean disposal. You spawn right there, go onto the highway, and you'll see if they're on the highway. Go save the settlers or raiders, and you're on your way back to Scenic Overlook. One thing I do like to do on these runs is that if I did a lot of encounters where it was the settlers versus the raiders, I loot all the weapons and gear off of them, so that way I can scrap them down and get some extra materials that I drop over at my base before I start again at Scenic Overlook. And that is the route that I do in order to farm reputation. This is the one I've been doing currently, because settlers I've been falling behind, since I've been sacrificing reputation for them every single time in order to level up with the raiders, and now I have some catching up to do since I finally hit the max reputation rank for the raiders. It took forever of a grind. Guys, if you're struggling with that, check out the video. It's gonna be one of my most recent videos, and also in the description down below. So yeah, you guys should check it out. Also, I'm thinking about streaming on Twitch. What do you guys think of that idea? It's so that way I can interact with you more. It's gonna be a lot more fun for me. Also, because this game is really grindy now, I get a little bit bored and watch TV, but I'd rather be interacting with you guys in some ways. So guys, follow me on twitch.tv/JohnTheChief. Go check it out. Anyways, hope all of you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and have a good day.